So tenant and directory means one and the same thing. It represents a single organization. And what is an Azure subscription? It is nothing but your billing and security boundary, using which we pay for our services, which we are using. The
And
virtual machines that we
sorry, saying each one has his own tenant ID or
yes,
okay.
on tenant ID, yes.
But one subscription.
One subscription, yes, that's true. Okay. So subscription is nothing like we procure Netflix, and in that Netflix plan we have certain limitations, right? We have certain limits and quotas, like we can share 2 screens, 4 screens. Based on that we pay, right? Same here. Azure subscription, number of resources you host. Let's say I host 5 VMs, but out of those 5 VMs, I'm only utilizing 3 VMs. What I'll be paying for, the 5 or 3? I'll be paying for 3.
Yeah.
That's the good side of Azure. That's pay as you go. Now that we know the elements, so again, all the differences that we talked about earlier between ADDS and Entra ID. Entra ID is primarily an identity solution. It's not a domain controller. It's queried using the REST API over HTTP and HTTPS. Again, we don't require a Windows server. It's a web-based Entra ID. It uses HTTP and HTTPS protocols such as SAML, WS Federation, OpenID Connect for authentication, OAuth for authorization. It includes federation services and many third-party services. What are these third-party services? Again, the same example. I log into any website. I'm trying to sign up to a new website. It gives me various options. Do you want to authenticate yourself using your Gmail account, Microsoft account, Facebook account, Yahoo account, Hotmail, Apple ID? What? Those are third-party providers, third-party services. Am I right?
No, sorry. Number 3 here. It has big words. So when I enroll a person, do I need to do something here for? Do I need, or this is only for as a concept?
This is just a concept. Like Entra ID uses these protocols just for your knowledge.
Okay. Because I mean, for auth for authorization, do I need to configure it or anything to do?
No.
Okay.
Entra ID takes care of it. That's why it is provided to you as Entra ID as a service.
Okay. And
you can manage the authentication methods. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Now, for the second one, queried using REST API. What that means? What that means?
Okay. Let me tell you. Do you know REST APIs? I guess you might be knowing about it.
I know APIs.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, REST APIs
are
basically
what is REST. Yeah, REST.
REST is basically RESTful APIs. Entra ID is built on the foundation of REST APIs. While most people use the Azure portal, PowerShell, or CLI, all of those tools are actually just wrappers that send REST API calls to Microsoft in the background. And if you're aware about what is REST, I guess that's what you are, confused about. What's REST exactly? So REST is basically a type of APIs. Okay, the full form of REST is representational state transfer. Think of REST as the standard language of the internet. It is a set of rules that allow two computers to talk to each other over the web. If the internet is a giant library, REST is the system that tells you exactly how to ask for a book, how to borrow it, and how to put it back. Okay, that's REST. It's nothing but a type of API only. Okay. Now, Microsoft.
Sorry. Is there anything not REST?
I'm sorry.
Is there? So you said that there's a REST and RESTful. Is there any RESTful or
same thing? REST and RESTful, kind of same thing. So basically, what they are saying is, like in on-prem AD, it used other protocols. We had other protocols like Kerberos, LDAP, those mechanisms. Here we don't follow that. We query these Entra ID using web, and for web we have REST APIs. How will this these communicate with each other? Then that's what it is. Okay.
So it doesn't use HTTP or HTTPS.
It does use that. Okay. REST API is what? When two computers are communicating over the internet, over the web, and how they will communicate over the web using these protocols.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is like this is the.
Yeah. Where is the certificate will be here? I mean, because HTTPS is the secured, right? Yeah. I don't know if my question makes sense or not.
No, absolutely. Asking questions is all about it. So there isn't just one, I would say, talking about the certifications.
Yeah.
Okay, there isn't just one for this Entra ID. Just allow me a moment, please. Just a second. Yeah. Okay, talking about the certificates. What
Yes.
certificate does Entra ID uses for REST APIs and STDP and SMTPS, right?
Yeah.
See, when talking about Entra ID and certificates, there are two different ways. Certificates come into play. It depends on whether you're talking about securing the
Sorry,
connection.
Singh, are you writing something or just only you are not writing anything, right?
No, I'm not
Okay,
writing it.
okay, yeah, okay.
So it depends on whether you're talking about securing the connection, like a lock on a door, or proving who you are, like showing your ID card. First thing, there is the connection certificate, like the TLS or the STDPS. Every time you send a REST API request to Entra ID, example, let's say https.graph.microsoft.com, the communication is encrypted using TLS. What is it? You already know what's a TLS certificate, right?
Yeah.
So then we have ID card certificate for application authentication. When an application like a backup script or a web app needs to talk to Entra ID's REST APIs, it has to prove its identity. And it can do it in two ways. First is client secret, which is using a password. Other thing is using a certificate like X.509. So not very secure, but it can be leaked, right? So you generate a certificate, usually an RSA 2048-bit certificate. You upload that .cer public key to the app registration and Entra ID, and then it keeps the .pfx or .pmm, that is private key, on your server. Okay, so these are the certificates that Entra ID uses exactly. That's what they're talking about here. But that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Here we are just discussing the differences between on-prem, AD, and Entra ID.
Okay.
Okay. And the last point says Entra ID users and groups are created in a flat structure. There are no organizational units or GPOs. Now, because you are having so many of confusions, let me just show you what does the Azure Entra portal looks like. Just
Prepare environment.
for that, do you have any Azure subscription?
Not yet. I don't have.
Okay, then I guess you can have a free trial subscription of Azure.
Okay.
Do you know how to get it?
I know how to get it, but I did a couple of them. I don't know if I can do something new, but I will see.
Okay. Okay. Well, in AZ104, there are very basic things. So it would be good if you get an Azure
Of
subscription.
course, because I need to do some practice. I have to.
Absolutely. Yes. So I think you can get a free trial subscription for this.
Okay.
That would work fine. Yes. Okay. So let's see how does Entra ID looks like. Have you ever seen Entra ID, by the way?
No.
Okay. So this is my Azure portal. This is the home screen. Here I'll search for Entra ID. Let me just wait for it. Sometimes these Azure portal take way too much to load.
Yeah.
So this is how your Entra ID looks like. As you can see, the name of your tenant is default directory. That's what I said. When you sign up for the first time using Azure, you get this automatically created, right? So this is the name of the directory. This is the tenant ID, your primary domain, and you're using an Entra ID free license. So we have three types of licenses in Microsoft Entra, which is free, P1 and P2. There is another one, but that's for different purposes. First, just give me a moment. Let me delete this resource group. Otherwise, I'll be just keep paying for it. Just a moment. Until then, I'll open this Entra ID plans and pricing. I'll share it with you as well so that you can also view this information. And these are the licenses. Okay, I'll delete this. See, these are all the licenses: P1, P2, and Suite license. Okay, I've shared the URL with you, but I'll guide you with this from the presentation. That will be a lot easier to understand.
Yeah.
Just allow me a moment.
Which one is the most common for mid-size organization? Which one?
I'll tell you. Let me go back to the presentation screen once. I'll tell you which one to go with. Now it all depends. See, if we talk about the free plan, you get single sign-on. This you get, service portal. You get MFA. But let's say you want PIM. What is PIM? You would ask. PIM is privileged identity management. Let's say your main administrator is on a leave. Okay, your IT admin is on a leave.
Yeah.
You cannot hand out this very important role to everyone or to anyone. Let's say you want to give this role to a user, which is Alex, for only 5 hours.
Oh, okay.
Is it possible using this P1 or free license? I would say no.
Yeah.
Why? Because you need P2 license for this, privileged identity management. So it all depends. So hey, what are your requirements? You can have, let's say if you have 100 users or 10 users in your organization, and whenever you procure these Entra ID licenses, these are procured per user per month. per
Yeah.
license. So let's say for 5 users, you can take it as P2. For other 5, you can take it as P1. So it depends.
Right.
Okay. I've shared you the list of all these licenses. And let's say you don't want all these features, you just want these. Then you can get this license, Entra Suite license. Okay.
Okay.
So go through these license, you will understand what I'm talking about. Then there is something called as a feature as self-service password reset. Now remember in the traditional days, whenever we lost our password or our account got logged out, what we had to do, according to you, what we had to do in those cases?
Reset the password.
I'm sorry,
Reset the password.
but we weren't able to do that by ourselves. We had to run to IT admin for that,
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
right? So that is time taking, and that's a lot of overhead as well. So how to overcome this? We come up with self-service password reset. You see, you must have seen that forgot password option nowadays.
Yeah, of course.
That's your self-service password reset. Now, as an Azure administrator, we can manage who can use this feature. Like we
Okay.
can basically enable this feature for some people in the organization. And if they want to reset their password, how do how do they have to authenticate themselves?
And you will show me
That
how to do that?
that is a part of Microsoft Entra portal, by the way. But let me see, just a moment. And that
If they will ask me enroll this user in the system, so what I will do?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Let's say if this is your Entra ID, you go to your here. You see authentication methods. Let's go to user. Let's say.
Yeah.
Let's say we want to see for Alex. Here you'll find authentication methods. Now this is a part of a different portal, Azure Microsoft Entra portal. So there you have to go and you can choose what authentication methods do you require. Some
Oh,
part of it is visible on this portal as well. Like as you can see, you can reset his password on from here. You can add an authentication method, or you can request for re-registering of him for multi-factor authentication.
okay.
Okay. So see, from here you can manage it. Let's say I want to add another authentication method for this user. Click on it, choose your method. What is it? Email, phone number, QR code. Then write his email ID and hit add, and you're good to go. That's how you do it.
Okay, now
Okay.
for the Entra portal, is it system admin responsibility?
Yes. So there is a role. You either need to be a global administrator or you need to be a user administrator. Those are the two roles that you need to have.
Okay.
Either of these two roles. Global admin is the highest role in an Entra ID. And then comes your user admin. User admin is a role who can manage users and groups. Okay.
The global admin, and you will
User
teach me
admin.
about those, or
Absolutely, yes. We are
okay,
going to discuss about the roles and yes,
okay,
role-based access control.
okay. Sorry, I'm jumping to other stuff. My word.
No worries, no worries. It's completely fine to be curious, I guess.
Thank you.
That's the best part of learning. Yeah. Okay, so that's self-service password reset. We can register, we can make these users enable to register for this self-service password reset. They can ask for it. And then we can decide what authentication methods do we want to set up, as I just shown you. Okay,
Uh,
that's it. That's self-service password reset.